Welcome everybody to the very special 250 subs 200 video special Q&A video. What's going on, everybody? I'm excited. This is a very special video. This is my 200th video and celebrating 250 subs. Y'all are freaking awesome, and I just wanted to thank you first of all, because who knew what we were gonna get here? Who knew? I mean, who knows where it's gonna go? We don't know, so we're just gonna wing it, just like we always did in the past, just like we're always gonna do in the future. So if you participated in the Q&A on the Facebook community, Gamers of YouTube, you know that I asked you guys and girls and animals, or whoever you want to be behind the keyboard, that's cool with me. I ain't judging. I asked you send me some questions, and I'm gonna answer them in my very special video. So everyone that asked the question, I have all of them up. I'm going to be answering every single one of them that I can. I'm not trying to, this ain't going to be a super long video, so I'm going to answer all of them, and for every answer, I'm going to answer the question. The questions will be on the screen, and the link to that person's channel, you're going to be able to click and go to their channel, so it's going to be kind of like a shout out in a way. You know, I do it for y'all. So let's just jump right into this. Hopefully y'all enjoy this Q&A video. And let's just get right into it, because I'm excited. Alright, first up, first question, numero uno. FEZMONKI asks, what inspired you to start making YouTube videos? Well, I got inspired to make YouTube videos because I like to play video games, and therefore making videos just kind of seemed to go hand in hand. I've seen a lot of videos before, I've watched a lot of YouTube, and I decided, you know what, I just want to try it. I'm going to take a crack at it. I've always had this attitude to want to try something. You know, I've always want to be that person and say, you know what, I tried it. You know, whether it was turned out good, turned out bad, I just wanted to try it. So I guess gaming inspired me to make videos, and then just seeing other awesome videos on YouTube, and I was like, I think I could do that, you know. And I have a very artistic kind of side to me, so this is kind of a good outlet for that. So good question to start off. Alright, next question. The THEXMASTOR asks, do you have any set goals in the future for your channel? Who inspired you to make videos? I do my channel for fun, so it's kind of hard to say if I have any goals, because I just like to do it. There's not really a set in game, I guess you could say, but I guess the goal of my channel is to reach as many people as I can naturally, and to be able to bring my videos in the kind of fun and joy and that kind of entertainment to as many people as possible. You know, only just to be able to share my experiences with everyone else out there. So, but being able to reach a lot of people is definitely a goal. You know, so it's just, it makes me feel good to make people feel good. So, and who inspired me to make videos? I can't really say anybody in particular inspired me to make videos. It was more or less just kind of a drive. It's just a drive to want to try something, you know. Just you don't know what you're going to get out of it. You don't know what's going to happen. You just kind of just take that dive and be your own inspiration. You know, push yourself to be like, you know what, if I think I could do it if I really try hard enough. And you really don't know what will come out of it. I mean, I've never expected to get where I am with this channel, so that's an accomplishment in its own. So good question. Sanchez Central asks, what motivates you to make videos? You guys make all the motivation that I'll ever need. You guys supply it, and being able to bring that kind of entertainment to people, that motivates me, because I mean, I love to do videos for myself, and I love to see the reactions from other people as well. But I would say I motivate myself, but getting the interaction from the community, you know, a comment or something like that, be like, oh, you know, awesome video, that motivates me even more to try out different things, or try something a little bit, you know, something better, and just to keep trying to get better and better and better, over and over and over, and push myself as hard as I can. I mean, there's really no limits to what you can really, you know, it may sound kind of cheesy, but you never really know what kind of content or videos or whatever you want to do on your channel, what you can make until you really try, you know, and you're the only one that's really holding you back, so you got to push yourself. So I'm sorry if I mess up this name, but it's Marlu ZX120 asks, what genre video game do you most enjoy? Well, I've played a lot of games in my lifetime, so I have to say though, out of all the genres of games, my favorite probably by far is first-person shooters. It's just something that I really enjoy playing. I mean, obviously I do a lot of Battlefield on my channel. I also do I do RPGs, or I guess RPGs, because I do Dark Souls, but I don't know, I think it's just something about first-person shooters that I really enjoy. It's the challenge, you know, again, going back to being able to challenge myself. And there are other games I do like, you know, I love games for story, you know, I love Elder Scrolls games, Fallout, that's Bethesda. But I do like RPGs. I don't really care too much for racing games. There's only a few of them that I've actually enjoyed. But I always go back to first-person shooters because it gives you that good adrenaline rush, you know, whenever you do something like crazy epic or whatever. And it's just, I don't know, there's nothing else like it, you know. So definitely shooters, first-person shooters. Alright, next question. Level 2 Gaming asks, what was the console that I grew up on? And I'll ask the other question right after because it's a pretty funny question. The console that I grew up on, the first one that I remember and the first one that I actually owned was an NES. My mom purchased it for me when I was like 3 years old, so that was the console that definitely like just, well, it really pushed me into gaming. I mean, I think my mom, awesome mom, she's the one who got me into gaming, and I played so much Mario Brothers, Duck Hunt, because I had the Duck Hunt and the Mario on the same cart. But the NES was what I was raised on, I guess you could say. That's what I grew up on. Second part of the question was boxes of briefs. Between me and you, I wear boxers. So I ain't trying to get all squeezy up in my groin area. So Geek Etiquette asks, favorite game villain. Favorite game villain? Well, there's a lot of good villains. But I think one of the coolest villains, and this kind of goes into one of my favorite series, even though it's not a first-person shooter, it's kind of contradicting my question before. My favorite villain, though, would probably have to be Ganondorf, or Ganon, from the Legend of Zelda series, because I don't know, he's just like, he's the epitome of evil. Like, he just wants to destroy the land and just be the most powerful being out there, and his goal is like laser focused. You know, he's not messing around. He's not like Dr. Robotnik and trying to enslave all the creatures and all this other stuff, and he's always making these crazy things. Or what's some other bad guys? I mean, Jesus, there's so many. Bowser's a good villain, but I don't know, something about Ganon just does it for me, because he is just one bad dude, you know, and he will not stop at anything to get what he wants. You know, he will kill and he will lay waste to the land to do what he's got to do. So Ganon is definitely my favorite villain. Next question is from C, and they ask, do you have a favorite superhero? My favorite superhero as of right now, I mean, there's not too many, like, I don't know, I don't follow too many superheroes, but I think my favorite by far right now, even though he's not really super per se, but he's definitely a hero, is Batman. I think he is probably one of the most interesting superheroes or heroes, because he's not like, he doesn't have any crazy, you know, born abilities. He is just a person that stands for, you know, he stands for a certain code, and he believes in something and he sticks to it, you know, and that kind of is how I am. You know, if you believe in something, you stick to it, and you do anything and everything to make sure that you stay on that path, you know, and you have to make the hard choices. And I think that Batman is definitely one of the more unique superheroes, because he's a person, he's a human being, you know, he's a human being. He can bleed, he can die, you know, he is vulnerable, but he's still strong. Even though with unsurmountable odds, he finds the ability to be able to do what's right and stick to his code per se. So Batman is definitely my favorite superhero. Jack and Ash ask, how do you usually advertise your videos and podcasts other than Gamers of YouTube? Right now I just kind of started getting into Twitter, so I've been trying to do that. I've been getting used to the whole social media thing. I mean, I do most of my advertising on Facebook. Kind of just spread the word of mouth, you know, like I'll tell people about my latest video. I do Twitter. I don't really do too much else for some reason. I don't know why I do this, but I just do it, and it's worked before. But if you have the iFunny app, it doesn't work really too much anymore, but I have a profile on there, and I do post pictures and stuff like that, like funny stuff. But I also put my videos up there, and sometimes randomly I'll get a good bit of views off of it. I don't know why, especially the funny stuff like this Saturday shorts for some of my older videos. I put those up on there, and I've gotten responses. I've actually gotten comments from people be like, hey, I was from iFunny and I thought your video was really cool. So iFunny, it's a weird one, but I do my own personal Facebook, and then I do the communities, but really other than that, it's just mainly Twitter. Next question was from ZANNA and asks, hopefully I'm pronouncing these names right. I'm really trying. What Funko figure would you like them to make? That's a really good question, because there's actually a funny story, really funny story. I sent an email to Funko asking them if they plan on making a series based off of this. Now this kind of goes into one of my favorite games that I've been playing right now, or I've been playing for a while, Dark Souls. I emailed them and asked them in a very lengthy email if they would consider making a Dark Souls series of Funkos, and didn't get a word back, obviously. And every single time they post them, I ask the question, but if they could make any one specific like Funko, I'd hate to pick one out of a Souls series, but anything from Dark Souls would be amazing, because they have amazing characters. Artorias, they got Solaire, you know, they got Sigmar of Katarina. They have so many characters from that game that can make amazing Funkos, and I wish they would listen. Next question comes from Johnny Saint, and it asks, which video of yours was the most fun to make? This is like 3 questions, so yeah, what makes the most fun to make? Do you focus more on what you want to play or what you think your viewers will want? And I'll answer the last question separately. So, what was the most fun of mine to make? I think the videos that I had the most fun making for some reason were my Rage series from Dark Souls. I call them the Rage Souls series, and they're hilarious. And it was kind of, you know, I don't know, it was just something really fun about it, where I was like really getting really pissed off, but I really wasn't that like really aggravated. I just thought I was kind of like going over the top on it, you know. It's just so, like just letting it go, and at the end of the day I still had fun. But the videos I had the most fun making because the editing on them was really different, and I have like 3 episodes of those. I need to do another one because those are so much fun to make. You know, they have all these awesome moments where people just like piss you off so bad in that game, but it's hilarious. And I think that was my favorite series, which I haven't finished. I'm not gonna end it. I'm still gonna do more. Plus, there's another Dark Souls coming out, so you know there's gonna be some more Rage Souls videos. And do you focus more on what you want to play or what you think your viewers want? And this goes back to what I was saying. I make the videos that I want to watch. So I focus on what I'm just interested at the time. I mean, it could be Battlefield, it could be Dark Souls, I mean, it could be Halo. Who knows? I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I play that I don't record, but I have the most fun recording those games, obviously, because they're on my channel. So, but I still like to try out different stuff, you know, test it out and see what the viewers may like, you know, because I mean, honestly, I mean, there's people that keep coming back. Obviously, there's certain things about the content they like, so it's like 90% what I want to do, 10% what I think the viewers want to see. So, you know, I'm not trying to, you know, like, oh, screw you guys, I'm gonna play what I want, you know, but I do like to stick to what I like to play, because if you're not having fun and you're not enjoying what you're playing, it's gonna show in your videos, plain and simple. It's gonna show, and you're not gonna have fun with it. You're not gonna have fun editing, and it's just like, oh, just put out another video, you know, whatever. Play what you want to play. Don't don't follow the trends. Just play what you want to play. I mean, yeah, if you like the stuff that's going on right now, go ahead, play it, you know, by all means. But have fun with what you're playing, because it's going to affect your video. It really will. Any content you make, it's going to affect it. So, and the last part of Johnny Saint's question was, what game has your favorite soundtrack? That's kind of a hard question because I love video game soundtracks. Off the top of my head, I love the Mass Effect soundtrack. I love the Fez soundtrack. I love the Halo 2 soundtrack. I love the Elder Scrolls Skyrim soundtrack. I love the Dark Souls 1 and 2 soundtrack. I think, though, out of my favorites, it would probably have to be, surprisingly, it'd probably have to be Fez, because that game was amazing to begin with. Amazing indie game, and the soundtrack was just, it fit the game. I mean, yeah, a lot of soundtracks fit the game, but this fit the game perfectly. Like just the feel of it and the way that it played into the mood of the game. If you have not had a chance to play Fez, by all means, I'm just like, you have to play that game because it is amazing. Next up, shout out to one of my fellow YouTubers that I watch quite a bit of his content. Donkey Kick asks, what was your first gaming memory and achievement? Now this is kind of a messed up question, because my first memory, one of my first memories was a bad achievement, I guess you could say. It's a memory slash bad achievement, and I apologize if someone watches this video. I'm not going to say what is possible to my mom, because she does watch my videos. My first memory slash bad achievement, I'm not going to say achievement, bad achievement, and I apologize again, was when I was little. Alright, going back to the NES, my first memory was me getting my mom to try and play Mario Brothers with me. Okay, and I had played it for a little while, and I was like, yeah, get my mom. I was like, come on, mom, let's come play Mario Brothers. You know, we could play 2 players. So I've been playing it for a little while. She's never played it. You know, she had never played it before, and she played video games before. You know. So I was like, yeah, you know, come play video games with mom. So she plays, and I do my little run on my player, get to the end of the level, and then she goes to pick up the controller, and she goes to the very beginning of World 1-1. She hits that first block, and that little mushroom pops out, and that little mushroom went across the blocks, dropped down, and went all the way back off screen. She completely missed it, and I did an awful thing as a son, and I turned to her and I said, Mom, I said, you missed a mushroom, you're stupid. Oh my God, I told my mom she was stupid, and she's like, she just quit playing the game, and from that point on, she never played video games with me. And I guess that was an awful achievement. Achievement unlocked. Failure as a gaming son, because now you don't play video games anymore, and I feel bad about that. Okay, next question is from Kirsty. I'm sorry, it's Kirsty. Hopefully I get that right. Which character is cooler, Mario or Luigi? Mario is, of course, iconic to Nintendo, but for some reason I like Luigi, and maybe it's because I'm tall. I'm a tall guy. I'm Italian. I love lasagna. I love some Italian food. But Luigi, for some reason, has definitely been my favorite over Mario. I mean, I like Mario, don't get me wrong, amazing, but I think that Luigi just really gets shit on because he's the brother of the famous plumber, you know. And back in Mario Brothers 2, I would always pick Luigi over Mario because he had the crazy long jumping distance. Like, I don't know if anybody's, I mean, the younger viewers out there, they might not have played Mario Brothers 2, but Luigi could just haul ass, and he could jump and like kick his little legs, and he'd like float across the screen. It was amazing, and I always loved picking him because he had the amazing reach, you know. And I was like, yeah, Luigi's the shit. And I've never really played any of his other games like Luigi's Mansion, but in a lot of the games I would always pick Luigi. I don't know, I just liked him. I thought he was really cool. Plus he's green. He has the green outfit, and I love green, so it's like, boom, there you go. Next question. Infinity Info Man. If you could only make videos about one game for the rest of time, what game would it be? I'm gonna I'm not gonna stick to a game, but I'll stick to a series, because I don't know if I can stick to one game for the rest of my life, because a lot of games are great, but every single game has flaws. But Dark Souls would definitely be the game I can play for the rest of time, because it works actually perfect in that, because the game is endless. You can just keep continuing playing, and it works into the storyline and the lore. So it's kind of like the game never ends, but it's not because of some bullshit. It's just because that's the way the game is made. If you ever played Dark Souls, you know that it has to work with like distorted timelines and stuff like that, and cycles. So the Dark Souls franchise I would play for the rest of the time. If I had to pick a specific Dark Souls out of them, I'd probably go with number 2, because I like number 2. I like number 1 also. I really do like number 1. No, you know what? I think I'd go with Dark Souls 1. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dark Souls 1. I'll play that for the rest of the time. Can't wait for 3. Can't wait for 3. Mark asks, what is your favorite game to replay over and over? Dark Souls. Just answered that question. Dark Souls. I love to play that game. And you can just you can do so many things with it, and it's still challenging. Even when you get really, really high up, the game can still kick your ass. You know, you can be playing a game for 800 hours and go in there and be like, oh, I'm the shit, And a level, like I said, level 1, but a beginning enemy can just whoop your ass. Jared asks, DC or Marvel? I like both, but going back to the other question, since I like Batman, I like DC. You know, there's I don't know, Marvel fans are like, oh, Marvel is amazing. You know, don't get me wrong, Marvel is amazing. Don't get me wrong, I love me some X-Men. I love Wolverine. I love, you know, Deadpool. I'm excited for the Deadpool movie. That's gonna be amazing. But I think that DC right now, a lot of people may disagree with this, but this is my opinion, so I'm sticking to it. I think that DC is on the right path right now in terms of movies. I'm just going to stick to the movies because I'm not a huge comic book person when it comes to these two franchises. But DC, I think, is on the right path to really set themselves apart, even though you could say that they're pretty much trying to mimic what Marvel's doing with the Avengers series. You know, they're trying to work up to the Justice League stuff. But I love what they did with the Batman franchise, with the Dark Knight series, the trilogy, and I'm excited to see what they do in the future. The Batman vs. Superman movie, I'm really excited for it. I was a little skeptical. Ben Affleck, I love the Christian Bale Batman, but I think that DC is on the right path to really have those movies that are a lot more tangible, I guess you could say, like how they did with Batman. You know, it's a little bit more real world. I love that. And Man of Steel too. Even though it was Superman, it was still much more real world, and I think that's going to play well into the Batman vs. Superman movie, definitely. So next up, Mad Mike Forever asks, shout out, have you ever played a game that was so scary you couldn't finish it? And this is actually 2 questions. So scary that I couldn't finish it. Unfortunately, I never finished Slender. Well, Slender the Arrival. I did finish Outlast. I had to finish that game. But I never finished Slender the Arrival. I thought I did too, because I beat the beginning of it, or I thought was the game. I got all the pages like, yeah, I beat Slender, and then it was like, oh, this is like the beginning of the game. And I'm like, fuck that shit, I ain't playing that. Shit's scary as hell. I'm not a huge scary game person. I'm not at all, but I'm trying to be. Like, I'm wanting to try more scary games, but I'm not a huge fan of horror. Mostly because I'm kind of a bitch. And I'll admit it, I don't like being scared. Outlast, I was like, holy shit, I actually beat this? I was surprised, but I was like, I trucked through it, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I get scared playing Minecraft for fuck's sake, but yeah, probably, yeah, definitely Slender the Arrival, or Slender. I didn't even finish Slender, so, or Amnesia, but that game was a little bit too long for my taste. Plus, I didn't get into all the mods. And then the second question was, what horror games are you excited about that are coming out in the future? most of y'all, well, I say most of y'all, a good video and gamers of YouTube already know that I am super excited for Allison Road to come out. Mainly because, and I'm not trying to say it's a copycat, but Allison Road is going to be, to me, what PT and Silent Hills was going to be for the PlayStation, because I don't have a PlayStation. But it's going to come out on PC and hopefully consoles. I'm praying that it comes to Xbox One. Really. But if it comes out on PC, that's cool. I'm fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. But Allison Road, oh my god. If you have not seen anything on this, I'll try and put a link in the video or in the description. If you like any horror game, you have to watch the videos that they have of Allison Road. It is amazing. It's scary, and it's gonna, for those of you who have the VR, it supports VR, so yeah, good luck with that, because I ain't putting that shit on my head. And last but not least, I'll save this one for last. JF Noxus asks, would you take a pineapple up the ass for a week or never play games again? I better get the KY right now, and that pineapple is gonna go in sideways, just so I can play games. Get the pineapple right now. I'll take it for a week. That's not too bad. I mean, it'll hurt. I'll probably be shitting pancakes for like a month, but whatever. But I have to play my video games, damn it. I'm a gamer. So there's your answer. So thank you everyone for asking these awesome questions. Hopefully y'all got the answers you wanted. I tried to answer as best as possible. I'm just winging it, like I said. So yeah, I got a little surprise though for those of you who stuck through this whole video. What do I got right here? Now this is, I'm not trying to like play favorites or anything right now, but I do have this and I wanted to give it away. I'm also gonna have another giveaway, so you're kind of getting a heads up on another giveaway. But for anybody that has an Xbox One and doesn't have a copy of this, I'm gonna give it away. I have an entire copy of Halo Master Chief Collection that I'm gonna give away just for watching this video and being awesome. But I'm only allowing the people that ask the questions to claim it, you know, so no random person is just gonna get it. If you ask the question in the video and you got it answered, if you respond with the comment, well, how many questions we got here? Let's take a look. So we'll do 1 through 20, kind of like my last giveaway. If you have an Xbox One and you want a copy of Halo Master Chief Collection, I'm gonna give it away. Comment 1 through 20, and I'll do a random drawing, and whoever picked the number gets it. Only to the guys, gals, animals. You know, I'm not gonna discriminate. They ask the question, they get a chance to get the free game. I'm also gonna have another giveaway. So, in the future, near future. So stay tuned for that. If you want that, just comment. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments below. You know, I appreciate all the support. I really do. 250 subscribers, that's crazy. Like, that is just mind-blowing. And this is my 200th video. Woo! 200 videos. I have not deleted a single one since I've uploaded. I keep all my videos, so bam! I can't believe I made 200 videos. It's freaking crazy. So thanks for watching, everybody. Thank you again. Y'all are awesome. I appreciate everything. Like, I really do. And I'm gonna be it's just gonna keep on going forward. Like, this Tube Monkey train is not stopping. I'm gonna be getting a new computer soon. I'm gonna start live streaming soon. It's just gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger, and hopefully y'all join me in on that ride. Thank you, everyone, and I'm the Tube Monkey. This is my game room, and I'll see you on the next one.
Do it! Do it! Just